With exactly 1 week left in the GLIAC regular season, some teams are still grabbing for the North Division title in women's basketball, and the two teams that are doing most of the grabbing have gathered here tonight in Allendale, Michigan to square off. Hi everyone, welcome to the Grand Valley Fieldhouse Arena in Allendale, Michigan. I'm Tom Cleary, your host for doubleheader action here tonight. The men go at 8 this evening, but in the women's game at 6, a real battle. Jamie Pawinski and the Cardinals put first place on the line, their first place standing against a Grand Valley team that's just a tick behind. Both these teams, though, have been battling against injuries. Grand Valley is down to a 7-player rotation, and Saginaw Valley only brought 9 here to play tonight. So it could be a scrappy game, one with postseason aspirations for both sides, certainly. Kayla Dawson leads the Lakers here tonight against Saginaw Valley in the first of 2. It's women's GLIAC basketball action coming up next here on Xfinity and the Grand Valley Sports Network.
You learn something every single day at Grand Valley State University about who you are and who you can become, about where you've been and where you're going, about your goals and how to accomplish them. At the end of the day, you know what you want from life. Find it within yourself. Find it within Grand Valley State University.
I was only 18 when I was diagnosed with cancer. I went from being an active, healthy teenager to becoming very sick very quickly. But thanks to the collaboration between researchers and my oncologist, I survived, and I'm now in remission.
We were curious, could a checking account help fight cancer? We'll give $150 to Stand Up to Cancer and $150 to you when you open a new checking account with direct deposit and make 3 online bill payments at Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank.
All right, we are about set to get this one underway tonight at Grand Valley. Tom Cleary with you this evening on the Grand Valley Sports Network. The Saginaw Valley starting crew just announced. It'll be a 3-guard setup for Jamie Pawinski, who's playing tonight without some bodies. She is down to 9 healthy players. Grand Valley has a few more than that, but the Lakers in recent weeks with the injuries to Brianna Barnett and Corinne Hinska, they've had a rotation of only about 7. So you'll probably see some players logging some big minutes for both these teams in this contest tonight. Saginaw Valley comes in with a record of 14-5 in the league. 13-6 for Grand Valley. By the way, Michigan Tech also 14-5 in the North Division. So these are all teams that we're talking about right now that are going to be in the postseason tournament. No question about that, but it's just a question now of jockeying for position, because you would like very much to play that first game at home. And in Grand Valley's case, if the Lakers can win out, they've got still a chance to be one of the top seeds in the tournament. They're not going to eclipse the record of Ashland, which is 18-1 in the GLIAC, but Grand Valley could get up as high as the number 2 seed, which would mean, at least theoretically, a couple of slightly easier games when the tournament begins in a week or so. Grand Valley starts out tonight with Piper Tucker and Taylor Lutz. Janae Langs has done very well for the Lakers in the backcourt. Kayla Dawson right there hit 1,000 points for her career. She was honored before the start of the game tonight. 23rd player in Grand Valley's women's basketball history to score 1,000. And my guess is she's going to be looking to up the ante on that total here tonight. Very good player, good outside shooter, but really a player that gets it done in and around the basket. A very proficient free throw shooter as we look at Jamie Pawinski. She's had a few years now to get her program up and running at Saginaw Valley, and she's done very well this year. 17-7 for the Cardinals, 14-5 in the league. Mike Williams' team has played as many games as anybody in the conference right now. As a matter of fact, more than most teams. Lakers have played 25. They'll play the full complement of 28 before the end of the week next week. And of course, that means the final regular season game coming up for Grand Valley here next Thursday, which we will have for you on the network against Ferris State. So the two teams are out. Emily Wendling will jump it up with Piper Tucker for the opening possession, and we are underway, and Saginaw Valley's got it. Our officials tonight, Brad Dystermars across the way. You see him into the picture. Tom Halley down below, and the man underneath the basket at the moment is J.R. Schoon. Grand Valley has developed a reputation under Mike Williams as a very tough defensive team, primarily a man-to-man squad, but they'll switch things up. Didn't make a good switch that time, and Saginaw Valley misses its opening opportunity, but chasing down the rebound in the corner was Hallie Neiman, and that ball is out of bounds off of Taylor Lutz. And Saginaw Valley will have it. We're about 30 seconds in quarter number one of the women's game here tonight, the first of two on Xfinity and the Grand Valley Sports Network from Allendale. That's a good drop over the top, and it's an easy score there for Neiman. First bucket of the game. Grand Valley tried to front, didn't get the backside help. A little troubling for Mike Williams as he puts index finger to chin across the way, wondering what happened there. Grand Valley will come with some firepower in this one. This player right here can really shoot it from the outside. It's Bailey Cairnduff. When she gets off to an early start, it's usually a harbinger of good things to come for the Lakers. She is a player that's kind of a confident, feels type of shooter. That's a shot that's blocked in the lane by Taylor Lutz that came out of the hands of Neiman. Grand Valley with a chance now to build on a one-point lead. That was tipped out of bounds over there by Caitlin Carrier, one of the two sisters from London, Ontario. We'll see Danielle certainly in this contest, I would think. Saginaw Valley zoning off the start. Grand Valley has got some shooters, though, primarily Cairnduff. Lutz can shoot from the outside. Tucker also. And Janae Langs whips it inside to Dawson, and here's Grand Valley maybe overpassing a little bit. Cairnduff steps back behind the line, and how about that? That's impressive to have the presence there to step over the line after you've lost a player and then move that foot back behind the arc. It results in an extra point for Bailey Cairnduff, who's off quickly here with 2 triples in the first 2 minutes. Inside, the shot is taken and rebounded, and on the second opportunity, Wendling can't quite get it down. Boy, she had 2 great looks inside. Grand Valley dodged one a little bit there. It'll be 2 free throws coming up after the foul against Piper Tucker. And a little discussion here as to who the foul call might be on. Let's see if we can tell here relative to what just happened here. I don't think they're going to change. They're not over to the bench yet, but they're going to talk it over with Brad Dystermars. That's Tom Halley and J.R. Schoon. Might be a question. I don't think there's any question about the foul. Let's see if they're going to change it here. Yeah, they are. Well.
Correction on the Grand Valley basket that was just made a few minutes ago.
Oh boy, I don't think they got that right. And that's what they were talking about. A 2-point shot. We might be able to roll back on that. I had a pretty good look at it, and I thought clearly that Cairnduff brought her leg back behind the line. Now, could she have had a toe on the stripe? Very possibly so, but J.R. Schoon was the guy that engineered that. And Wendling with a couple of free throws to make it a 5-4 ball game now. So take away that last triple. Cairnduff said, I'm behind the line this time, and she couldn't get it down, but she's being very aggressive offensively. And that is a characteristic of this Grand Valley team. They want to shoot the 3. That's a bad foul for Grand Valley right now. Piper Tucker slams her hand up against the stanchion there. She knows she has picked up her 2nd foul, and that one is one she probably could have gotten away from. she tried to front way out by the elbow, and I know what she's thinking. She chases that far out on a post player, she's got to play behind. On the block, you come around and try to front, but not out there. So Tucker has to leave, and Grand Valley has got Lindsay Baker in, and that's a travel.
Grand Valley ball out of bounds.
That goes against Alex Green there, and we've seen more of that call this year, and I think it's going to help the game enormously over time if officials stay with it. Get these players to bend over, get the ball on the ground, and not take that long, unfair first step that makes it so difficult for defenders like that. Lang's got away with the travel that time, I thought. Grand Valley moving it on the perimeter. This is Taylor Lutz inside. Dawson, actually, no, it's not Dawson. It's Parmley. I think I said Baker was in, but it was Parmley who was the first substitution. 14 instead of 15. Taylor Parmley draws the foul, and she will shoot a couple.
Shooting for Grand Valley, it's Taylor Parmley.
Parmley with good position. Shifted that ball over to the left hand, too, which made it certain that she was going to be fouled. And Parmley got a big game against Lake State, as did Baker off the bench. Baker hit 4 threes in that game a week ago, and Grand Valley just crushed Lake State, the Sioux Lakers. That's a lane violation if it doesn't go in. And it didn't, and it is. And the player that fell into the lane was Caitlin Carrier, and she knew it, and she was right in front of the shooter, too, so everybody else knew it. Quick release from Taylor Parmley, and shoots kind of a flat ball up there, and she missed again. Saginaw Valley going inside. This is Grace Whalen on the ball right now. Another substitute out there. 13 is Green. Grand Valley defending well. Here's a takeaway, and Karen Duff's ahead of the pack. Can she get there? Oh, she's going to get flipped from behind, and that ball was carried out of bounds. That was Karen Duff not really able to get her head turned to see if anybody was with her. Couldn't feel the pressure on her hip, and Grand Valley really, in a way, lucky to retain there. Often see players that'll try to take the ball away and gain possession on a move like that, when all you really have to do is just swat it off the leg of the player that's coming down the floor. That's a quick release three. Taylor Lutz for Grand Valley. So the Grand Valley Lakers have 2 threes in this game, and maybe 3, but the one by Karen Duff, the second one was taken away. But Grand Valley still has a 9-4 edge early on. Karen Duff again got out on a ball, nearly took it away from Carrier, and now Dawson will. Oh, Dawson turned that ball over. She really thought she was going to be called for a violation there. Had to be a little more careful with the ball. This is very nearly, and it is now, a backcourt violation over and back. And Jamie Pawinski a little bit upset by her team being rattled in the half-court set. But this is the MO for a Mike Williams team. Did this at Davenport with the teams he's had there, and he's done it other places. And he's a head coach who really concentrates more on the defense. Phil Sayers, the assistant, will be the guy more than likely calling out the offensive sets. Karen Duff going to go again, and she's got it again. 3 out of 4 from the floor. I think she should have 3 threes, but she's got 8 points early. And Grand Valley has an 8-point lead. Lakers really coming out aggressive against a team that's shorthanded. Here's Karen Duff again, pulling down the ball, goes to Lutz, back to Karen Duff. Dawson for 3. Boy, I'd like to see Grand Valley push the advantage there, and Jamie Pawinski, that's a great timeout. Her team is completely out to sea right now. Karen Duff has stepped in several times and knocked balls away or stolen balls away on the wing. This is a 30 taken right here by Saginaw Valley. But the only thing that hasn't gone Grand Valley's way, the 2 early fouls on Piper Tucker, and Grand Valley is thin up front against the Saginaw team that has a little bit of size, not at every position, but they do have Whalen at 6'2" and Wendling in there at 6'3", and Piper Tucker, who is really kind of an undersized post player. She's got enough height, does Tucker, at almost 6 feet tall, but she's not real wide, and she's going to have a hard time dealing with the post situation here tonight. Grand Valley on top, though, 12-4. It's Bailey Karen Duff early on with 3 shots made from the floor. 2 of them were threes. The third one appeared to be a 3. We talked to the Grand Valley people watching down below, and they said it looked as though from their standpoint that Karen Duff may have been on the line. So if that's the case, we offer our apologies to Mr. J.R. Schoon, who was the guy that was behind that. It was a close call, and what I thought had happened was that Karen Duff had stepped across the line, pulled her foot back, and I thought she got that one back behind the line, but her other foot was actually very close as well. But Bailey Karen Duff has come out just smoking here to start this one, and she's gotten it done at the defensive end as well. She's had a couple of steals here. Grand Valley's best overall defender might be Taylor Lutz, who's guarding right now against Anna Hall in the backcourt. This is a long triple try that's not going to go, but there's that big size mismatch inside, and that's going to be a held ball. Emily Wendling did not try to get that ball back up on the glass, and Grand Valley able to get a possession back. I think what Mike Williams is telling his team right now, we have got to put a body in those big people and move them away. It's not going to be easy just to contest rebounds standing next to them. You're going to have to get in front of them and back them out. Langs. This is Lindsay Baker. That's a 3-point shot that doesn't go, but she has got the range and she's got the confidence. Very good triple shooter from inside the arc. That's a miss. It's going to go out of bounds from Anna Hall. I think Jamie Polinski wants to see her team in that half-court set do a little better at working the ball inside to either Whalen or Wendling, both of whom have had some opportunities in this game. This is Lutz, hit her last triple, and she's got 2 now. Taylor Lutz with 6. 4 triples early on for Grand Valley. Dawson got a brief break, and she's coming back to the table right now. The Lakers up by 11. Karen Duff trying to defend on the baseline. That ball tossed inside, lost. That's going to be a held ball that belongs to Saginaw Valley. Lakers had a chance to scoop that one up. Somebody down below just kind of waved at it, though, and Langs goes out and Dawson is back in. Grand Valley with a big quarter offensively. Here is Carrier. That's Caitlin outside the arc. A shot that goes, nicely done. That's Danielle Carrier from her sister. Eight-point Laker lead. Karen Duff. This is Parmley, goes left hand up over the taller player. Nicely done. Taylor Parmley with 3 now in the contest. Lead back to 10. Another big quarter for Grand Valley. We saw it consistently the last couple of ball games. Well, this team is up around 20 points just about every quarter. Shot inside will go. That's Wendling, who just caught it, turned, and popped it in. 4 for her. Skip pass here. Baker's got a quick release. Beautiful rotation. Not that time, though. She's missed her first couple, but Mike Williams will tell her to keep shooting. That's a nice spin move and a beautiful left hand. The shot will not go, though. The miss by Hannah Settingsgaard, who was in there, 23 in red. The Lakers get a break there. That was a very nice play. Boy, Grand Valley seems to have a lot of space on the perimeter. Here's Karen Duff again, looking to go inside. Lutz thought about it. Parmley stepping back from the free throw line. 5 now for Taylor Parmley. Grand Valley's going to make a substitution here. Maybe Mike Williams going to go a little bit deeper tonight to give his post players a bit of a break if he can. He's got Parmley guarding the much taller Grace Whalen right now down near the box. Shot clock at 10. Grand Valley tough on the perimeter. That one was forced a little bit for 3. And finally taken on the bounce by Taylor Lutz. Langs will come back in. Also getting set to come back in for Grand Valley. Well, we have to see who that is. I'm not sure down there. Dawson, not the shot she wanted, I don't think. Step back 3. Hello. Kayla Dawson's first bucket of the ball game. Grand Valley's got 22 points in the first 8 minutes. Lob inside's too far over the top. Nobody's going to get there. Let's see who Grand Valley has coming in here now.
Substitutions for Grand Valley. Back in the game is number 20, Janine Langs. And checking in number 40,
Lindsay Kuzbel comes in right now. And Langs, I couldn't see Lindsay's number because she had her jacket on at the table. So Kuzbel's in there. She gives Grand Valley a little more size, 6-foot freshman from St. John, Indiana. She's probably in there primarily for defense and to provide a little bit of rebounding. Karen Duff. Lutz wide open for three. Another one. Not quite. Grand Valley touched that ball back out. You know, that's an interesting call there. I guess you could say that Grand Valley possessed the ball when Dawson slapped at it, but I think you could argue that nobody really had possession there. And when it was played into the backcourt, it became an over and back call. Down to the final 90 seconds here. Whalen thought about it. Boy, nice move inside by Lutz. Kuzbel did a good job of defending with her feet. And then from the weak side, Taylor Lutz stepped in. Got a hand in, and Grand Valley's got it back. Lakers looking good here in the early going. Kuzbel, Langs, Cairnduff for three. Air ball. That ball touched out of bounds by Kayla Dawson. Came right to her, but it was an air ball, and she wasn't expecting it. But Cairnduff had a perfect look at that three-point shot and just left it a full foot short. 1:02, 1 minute left in the first quarter. 22-9 Grand Valley. The Lakers are doing some chasing on defense. This is Lutz battling out there with Settings guard. 24 is Danielle Carrier. She's hawked by Langs. That's a double touch, I think. Good recovery there by Saginaw Valley's Caitlin Carrier. From the corner, it spins down for three. It's a good trip down. Danielle Carrier. Her second triple, she's got 6. 10-point ball game. Grand Valley's going to have to shoot here. They can't run out the period. Langs, Dawson, wide right on that one, no doubt there. And now Saginaw will probably hold for one. But when you're down 10, you better take whatever opportunities you can get. And this might be it. That's not a good shot taken there. Now Grand Valley has a chance. Still time. Let's see if Kayla Dawson recognizes the clock situation. Cairnduff, quick release. Took that one a little bit too quickly as the period ends, but still a good first 10 minutes. Grand Valley up by 10. Second quarter action coming up here tonight with Grand Valley leading on Xfinity and the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Gotta go! I'd like to welcome you to our basement. I'd like to read a brief statement. We, the Hubacher family, are pleased to announce today that we've acquired the following players: Buster Posey, Mike Trout, Yadier Molina, Bryce Harper, Derek Jeter, and Miguel Cabrera. We believe that this demonstrates, once again, our family's unwavering commitment to assemble the very best team in this neighborhood.
Mr. Hubacher, you've really upped the ante here. How do you expect the other families in the neighborhood to respond?
Well, the Harris family is going to be none too pleased.
Word is the Harrises are putting together quite a team of their own. Any concerns?
Under Cliff Harris's mismanagement, they already used up all their wall space with a bunch of paintings. I mean, really, come on.
Dad.
I know.
All right, next question.
Start building your own dream team at fathead.com.
would like to thank today's game day sponsor.
Well, there you see Janae Langs and company. Lindsay Baker out there right now, and Parmley, Lutz, and Dawson, the 5 to start this period for Grand Valley, which scored 22 in the first 10 minutes. If you're Jamie Pawinski, you're doing the math on that. You're saying we're going to have to score 90 to win this game if it stays at that clip offensively for Grand Valley. So I'm sure Saginaw Valley talked a little bit about stepping out on three-point shooters here. They tried to zone, and it seems to play right into Grand Valley's hands. What do we have here? Well, they're going to call this against Lutz. She bumped away from the ball with Danielle Carrier.
That's her first.
Let's see if we see this again. Well, 50-50 call in my estimation based on that picture, but the block called against Taylor Lutz. Look at Parmley fighting for position in the pivot down there. Grand Valley's got to give some help. They throw it all the way across court because they couldn't get it inside to Wendling. Shot clock at 12. Plenty of time for Saginaw Valley here. Grand Valley trying to step out. This time they do find Wendling. Wendling is just ripped off the ball. Nice step in there by Parmley, and Grand Valley gets another held ball. And Jamie Pawinski saying, when you get it, do something with it. And dribbling does not count as one of the options here. That's 2 dribbles by a pivot player in the paint. That's not going to get it done unless you're moving hard toward the hole. Grand Valley back with Baker. They haven't gotten her going yet. That's a good touch on the ball there by Hallie Neiman to take it away. Ball stolen right back. Ball entered into the pivot. Let's see if Grand Valley can get some people there. They don't. It doesn't matter because Wendling just muscled it up and in. She's got 6 now. And that's the one thing that could undo Grand Valley here tonight. They don't have a lot of strength in the pivot. Parmley, Langs, Lutz. And it's Baker right now playing the role of Kierenduff, who's out right now getting a rest. 7 on the shot clock. Grand Valley has to go in a hurry, and this is the player who's going to take it. Third time lucky for Lindsay Baker. Missed her first couple, but it helps when you have the okay from the coach and no conscience when you're shooting out from beyond the arc. That's a nice lob inside. Grand Valley allows Saginaw to kick it outside, though, and that triple goes for Danielle Carrier. Carrier now with 3 threes in the game, 9 points, 8-point contest at 25-17. Parmley turns from the elbow, line drives it up, nearly got there. I think Mike Williams is talking to Phil Sayers about some other offensive options. Grand Valley slow getting back, and this ball is going to be picked off by Taylor Lutz. A bit of a break there for Grand Valley. A good ball would have gotten Saginaw an easy shot inside. But the pass was a little bit high, and Bailey Kierenduff is up at the table, getting set to come back in. And Parmley, again, a big player, putting the ball on the deck and losing it. And now Alex Green back on. I think Grand Valley is going to say we're going to try to play man-to-man in the post. That's a force right there. Wendling then got bumped by Baker. But Grand Valley did it well that time. They actually made the play they had to make, but they didn't get the offensive rebound. So here's Kierenduff back on. And it will be Baker going out. Men's game at 8 o'clock tonight. The first place Cardinals taking on Grand Valley and Rick Wesley. We hope you'll stick around for all the action here tonight in that one. Wendling and now Anna Hall. And they lob to Wendling, and she's got a little bit of opposition, but it comes in the form of Janae Langs, who at 5'3" is not going to stop that shot. So all the offense really coming through 2 players. Danielle Carrier off the bench with 9, Wendling up front with 8. 25-19, Saginaw Valley has kind of weathered the storm, but Bailey Kierenduff had a free look at a 3, couldn't get it down. Saginaw Valley trying to push. I wonder with a short bench if Mike Williams might try to use timeouts early in the game tonight a little bit, just to give his team a little more rest. That's going to be a foul on Parmley, who reached in there. 2-shot foul, perhaps. It's going to be a 2-shot foul. And the foul goes on Parmley, who was a little bit late reacting on the switch. Now you see Parmley behind here. At this point, she's just got to give ground. Kind of reached in, wasn't much of a foul. And the free throw will not go for Anna Hall, the freshman from Stowe, Ohio. The only Ohioan, besides the injured Tori Leonard, who's not playing tonight. Second one also slides out. So Grand Valley, which led early by, I think 14 might have been the biggest lead for the Lakers. Now they've seen the lead dribble down to 6. We've not seen Langs do anything yet offensively. Lutz That ball was touched. Oh, I thought it was touched on the pass in, but Langs just threw it over the top of everybody. Well, the way Grand Valley has to play now at the defensive end is to get some real pressure on the ball, because you can't just sag on tall players when you don't have the height to combat them. You've got to make it hard to make a pass. That's Langs, who ran into her player, who crossed her over and goes to the free throw line. And once again, it is one of the backcourt players, Alex Green this time, who will shoot 2 for Saginaw. Grand Valley started out at a blistering clip from the outside. Akers in the first quarter shot 50%, but they were well above that. They made 5 threes in the first period. Whalen's in, Wendling's out, so still only one real true pivot player in there for Saginaw Valley, which is maybe good news if you're a Grand Valley fan. Size is not much in evidence tonight for Grand Valley. 2 free throws for Alex Green. And the lead now down to 4. So after a fantastic opening period, Grand Valley only has 3 points here in the first 4 minutes of the second quarter. Karen Duff. Lutz for 3, not there. Touched by Dawson. Grand Valley's not exploiting the middle of that zone, getting the ball into somebody at the free throw line. They're just basically playing on the perimeter. That ball was just forced out of bounds. I think that was just a throwaway. I don't know how Janae Langs could have possibly have touched that shot. Karen Duff defending well on the wing. Lutz. They're still looking inside to Whalen. Threw her hands out of bounds, Grand Valley. It's a mistake that a lot of teams, I think, make when playing a player in the pivot. They try to cheat down on the tall player, who's always going to occupy the space higher above the ground. I think the way to stop it is to attack the passing lane. That time, Grand Valley did a little better job. Here's Lutz now as Saginaw Valley comes with some pressure. Grand Valley hasn't really gone much to Dawson. That's an egregious slap by Hallie Neiman. And very quickly, Hannah Settingsgaard is back into the contest. Grand Valley hasn't really made an attempt yet to go inside to Dawson or to get the ball to Dawson, see if she could. You're not going to be able to dribble effectively against a zone like this, but they need to get something going toward the hoop, and Dawson is their player for that. She's got it this time against the double team, going to go off glass. Ill-advised shot, Parmley pulled it down. Parmley's got to move more quickly with that one. She had it and then got tied up, and that takes us to a official media timeout here. Grand Valley still leading against the Cardinals. It's 25-21.
If you sign up for DirecTV's latest deal, prepare to be blindsided. Because they'll double your rate before you know it. And you'll find you're locked into a 2-year contract that could cost you over $3,000. That's why the smart choice is Xfinity. You can see all the best action in football all season long, with no surprises. Don't get blindsided by DirecTV. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
So after the timeout, the two teams back out onto the court here. It'll be Saginaw Valley basketball. They'll bring out Carrier and Alex Green to work it up the court. Caitlin Carrier is also in the game with her sister, Grace Whalen. And the fifth member for Saginaw Valley, Hannah Settingsgaard, on as well. Grand Valley trying to defend That's a good piece of work done by Karen Duff. She got on the hip of the offensive player and then just gave ground. Didn't pick up a cheap foul there, and the shot was missed, and the Lakers have it back. Karen Duff. Parmley trying to go inside, forces the shot up against the taller opponent. If you're going to do that, you got to be brave. You can't play for the contact. I think Parmley let that taller player get into her head just a little bit on that attempt. Lakers trying to D up, little baseline jumper. Beautiful move there by Danielle Carrier. Where would Saginaw Valley be without her tonight? Off the bench, having a big game, 11. For Danielle, the senior from London, Ontario, across the way in Canada. Lutz, that is a deep, deep, deep three. A little bit beyond her range. And not the shot Grand Valley was looking for, as Lindsay Baker will come on. Grand Valley got beat back up the court. Somehow, Alex Green turned up a shot, and that's a three that goes. And Caitlin Carrier makes it, and Saginaw Valley has gone on top. First bucket of the ball game for Caitlin. Her sister's been everywhere. Here's Lutz looking to go inside. That's a charge. Don't know what she had in mind there. Got her head down a little bit in traffic. And now Grand Valley is just not able to get much going. And it's going to be Dawson going out. That's a little bit surprising to me. Dawson is just really not seeing any of the ball at the offensive end here tonight. And I think Mike Williams is just going to talk to her a little bit and then try to get her right back into the game. Saginaw Valley showing its pedigree. Nice ball inside to Whalen against Parmley. Boy, Parmley bit big time on that fake. Whalen missed an easy shot. I don't know why she'd be going up in the air for that one. She's not going to block that shot. Lutz, Langs, Karen Duff thought about it. Karen Duff knifing inside. That's going to be out of bounds and saved beautifully by Saginaw Valley. Good work done there by Danielle Carrier, who's going to go for three, and yeah. Well, if you're going to live by the triple, you can die by it too, and Grand Valley's finding that out right now. Overly concerned, I think, about the post presence of Saginaw Valley, and Danielle Carrier now with 14. Her sister's also chipped in with a triple here tonight. I think it's a question of identification for Grand Valley, because Danielle Carrier has been the only player shooting the long ball pretty much, save for the one made by her sister. So you've got to go out and chase on her and let the other players worry about the posting up inside. Grand Valley's had a miserable second quarter, 22 in the first, 3 points in 7.5 minutes here in quarter two. It's one of those things that even though we've had the three-point shot with us for a while, I still think it's especially true for young players when they come to college. They just don't have the instinct to chase back out to the line, because quite honestly, you don't see a lot of great three-point shooting in high school, and probably even less in the women's game when girls are still getting stronger as they become better three-point shooters when they get to college. But some players just don't have the instincts defensively. There's Parmley with the left hand. That's a much-needed ball going down for Grand Valley there to make it 29-27. Lakers have been cold for quite a while. Grand Valley trying to double down on the post, and that's why right there. Beautiful move and shot by Emily Wendling, now with 10. Langs pulls up in the lane, forced up a shot and banked it home. I'm pretty sure that wasn't what she was trying for, but that extra arc from Janae Langs carried that ball onto the glass, and she gets it home. It's again a 2-point Saginaw Valley lead. Ball knocked away here. Well, now an over and back, and really Saginaw Valley got a little rattled there. That ball was touched out by the Grand Valley player. All they had to do is go back, get behind the line, and get it. Saginaw Valley brings two new players on, Neiman and Also Anna Hall. Grand Valley has Dawson on right now with Karen Duff, Parmley, Baker, and Langs as Lutz gets a break. Mike Williams a little bit concerned because his team has not had very many defensive answers here in the second period. Baker for 3 to put her team on top. Never going to get there, and Saginaw's got a wall up defensively on the glass. That's a beautiful lob ahead, and a nice put down there by Hallie Neiman, the assist to Caitlin Carrier. Grand Valley just not paying attention there. They threw it over the top, and that's a big faux pas for any defensive team. Here's Parmley looking to go inside, gets there, forces, can't get the shot down, but does draw the foul against Emily Wendling. Parmley's been very assertive here offensively. Hard to believe that in this contest, Grand Valley so far has just 1 goal from Kayla Dawson. And I don't think she's taken more than 2 or 3 shots. Parmley's got to work a little bit on getting that ball up over the rim. Shooting a very, very low ball. She's missed 3 free throws tonight, one of which didn't count because of a lane violation. And again, that's a flat ball, and that space is pretty hard to negotiate when you're shooting at about 10 feet 8 inches above the ground. Saginaw Valley has found its way here suddenly. And that's a mistake by Grand Valley, giving up the 3 to Danielle Carrier, but she finally missed one. Here's Dawson. Dawson wants to get something going on the bounce. Parmley going again. Dawson. Here's Kayla's game right here. Forced it and drew the foul. She'll shoot 2 after Danielle Carrier, I believe, bumped her with the hip. And they're going to say Whalen, who was there, 33. Grand Valley is going to make a change here, which is a little bit surprising here. Kiara Wired is up. She'll get some action here right at the end of the second quarter. Kayla Dawson puts it down. But it's been an abysmal second quarter for the Lakers. 22 points in the first. Only 8 points here in the first 9.5 minutes of quarter number 2. Dawson with 5 now. That helps out a little bit. Grand Valley would love to get a stop here and go down, go to the locker room at halftime down by only 2 points. Karen Duff is chasing way out right now on Caitlin Carrier, who's tapping her head to indicate the play. Boy, she got crossed over way too easily there, and that's textbook for Saginaw. They deserve better. Grand Valley's going to try to get a shot off, and it's not going to happen at the horn. So Saginaw Valley with a great fight back after being down by 10 at the end of the first quarter. The Cardinals come back to take the lead by 2 at the intermission. The 2 top teams in the North Division going at it tonight. We'll come back with more here at halftime at Grand Valley Sports Network.
Students are enrolling in record numbers at Grand Valley. This fall, the campus welcomed a record number of first-year students, bringing the total number enrolled to more than 25,000, hitting a major milestone for the university. The percentage of minority students is also a record high, as is the number of international and out-of-state students.
I chose Grand Valley because it offers a great education for an affordable price.
There are also enrollment increases in engineering, health professions, nursing, and business. These increases show how the university's programs align with what students want and employers need. Grand Valley has a track record students and parents count on. It has the 3rd best graduation rate of all public universities in the state, and nearly 85% of recent graduates are staying in Michigan to begin their careers or graduate work. For Around Grand Valley, I'm Mary Eileen Lyon.
For about the past 7 months, Ellie's been running really high fevers, anywhere from 101 to 105. I really appreciated that when Ellie was going through a lot of her health problems, that Dr. Duttler called me personally.
I think it's important for parents to know that we really care about these kids just as we would care for our own children. Access to health is really an important part of being a medical home in primary care. So we do allow our patients to make same-day appointments whenever possible. They can email me, or they can call.
Ellie really likes going to see Dr. Duttler. Doctor.
Well, two top-notch teams going at it tonight in women's basketball action in the GLIAC here from Allendale, Michigan. I'm Tom Cleary, your host for our doubleheader on the Grand Valley Sports Network. The first half was a tale of two completely different games. Grand Valley shooting the lights out with 5 threes in the first quarter, took a 22-12 lead. Saginaw Valley completely turned the tables on the Lakers and found some defense too, outscoring Grand Valley 21-9 in the second quarter to take a 33-31 halftime lead. These teams were not shy about shooting the ball. Saginaw Valley's big advantage, I think, in the first half and especially in the second quarter was on the glass. They out-rebounded Grand Valley 20-11. Both teams having some success with the long ball. Actually, Saginaw Valley a bit more overall. Grand Valley took 18 three-point shots, made 6 all early. Saginaw Valley hit 5 of 9. Danielle Carrier, really the biggest culprit, hit 4 of 6. She had 14 to lead her team. Grand Valley got a great start from Bailey Kierenduff. She had 2 triples in the first quarter and led her team scoring with 8. Taylor Parmley off the bench had 7. Emily Wendling had 8 in the first half for Saginaw Valley. So these two teams delivering on what we thought would be a very gritty and tough-nosed game. Saginaw Valley really got it done at the defensive end in the second period, and that's allowed Jamie Pawinski's team to take the lead here tonight at the intermission. It's 33-31 Saginaw Valley on top as we get set to show you some of the things that are happening in and around Grand Valley.
I came to Grand Valley because the moment I stepped foot on this campus, I fell in love, and all the people around, they just seemed so friendly. So I was like, this is where I need to be.
When I first came to campus, it was very welcoming, a very clean campus.
I came to Grand Valley because they have a great biology department. It really made me determine that Grand Valley was the place for me.
I came to Grand Valley because of the amazing opportunities that West Michigan had to offer Grand Rapids itself. Because of the small class size, it was the one-on-one, peer-to-peer opportunities I had with my fellow students.
The moment I came in, it was an exciting place to be a part of. It's been going uphill from before I got here. It's continuing the upward trend. I really feel really blessed to be here.
I dream of working in technology and really being a big part in connecting people and empowering a lot of friendships.
I dream of being a marine biologist and focusing in marine mammals, mainly orca whales, also known as killer whales.
My goals for the future include directing major motion pictures and working with some of the most creative minds on the planet in order to create movies that are unique and awe-inspiring.
I really want to become a physical therapist for our military, because my Uncle Francis was killed on September 11th, and they put their lives on hold and on the line to defend our country. And the thing that I can do to help them the most is to become a physical therapist and improve their quality of life to allow them to come back to their families.
I'm interested in continuing my education to work on autonomous robotics that operate in space, where we can harvest resources that we can use both in space and back here on Earth.
I really would like to find myself in some kind of position that involves working with public policy that has to do with education, and I would like that to have an international bent, to understand how to better form an educational experience for children in the U.S., and that's something I've just grown really passionate about.
One of my favorite memories from Grand Valley is when I went on a study abroad trip to Ecuador. There I got to explore the Amazon cloud rainforests, and I got to try many new things, including eating a grub. Hakuna Matata.
The first time I saw the campus, it was literally a cornfield with a road down the middle. When you think about the campus today, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's like magic has taken place.
My favorite memories at Grand Valley are working with different people and having a chance to work with people like T. Haas, you know, and to have him actually know my name was, you know, I think a pretty cool thing.
My favorite memory at Grand Valley has to have been making Happy Grand Rapids. I had the ability to interact with a couple of students here and film a bit of the parts on campus, and that was a really fun experience.
At Grand Valley, I've had the opportunity to improve my clinical skills and to improve my competencies in nursing, leadership, advocacy, and scholarship.
I have had the opportunity to meet an amazingly diverse collection of students and faculty.
I saw this massive investment downtown and these labs that were world class.
Yeah, this is a nice structure.
And I thought, what a great opportunity for my students and for me. And to be honest, I wanted to be a part of that.
Grand Valley gave me the opportunity to be able to network and also help attain different internships. It really helped me be able to finish up my degree and be able to move on to a successful career.
Grand Valley has given me that community to build and empower myself and empower others and be able to accomplish anything in the world.
I feel just privileged to be able to call myself a Laker for a lifetime.
When you put your name on something, it means something. For over 140 years, Coors Banquet's been brewed in one place with pure Rocky Mountain water and the best high country barley. And someone with the name Coors still tastes our beer every week, making sure it tastes as good today as it did in 1873. That's something we're proud to put our name on. Coors, the banquet beer.
My fathead cake! My fathead cake! Oh my gosh! Yes! That's great! Look at my body, Daddy!
That looks really good. That look good?
This is my fat head.
I'm so excited for her. I have goosebumps.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome!
Do you like it?
I love it!
Students are enrolling in record numbers at Grand Valley. This fall, the campus welcomed a record number of first-year students, bringing the total number enrolled to more than 25,000, hitting a major milestone for the university. The percentage of minority students is also a record high, as is the number of international and out-of-state students.
I chose Grand Valley because it offers a great education for an affordable price.
There are also enrollment increases in engineering, health professions, nursing, and business. These increases show how the university's programs align with what students want and employers need. Grand Valley has a track record students and parents count on. It has the third best graduation rate of all public universities in the state, and nearly 85% of recent graduates are staying in Michigan to begin their careers or graduate work. For Around Grand Valley, I'm Mary Eileen Lyon.
Well, Grand Valley is back out onto the floor right now, probably trying to get some shooting practice after that dismal second period, which saw the Lakers score only 9 points while giving up 21. And just as Grand Valley dominated the first 10 minutes, Saginaw Valley took over in the next 10-minute stanza. And really the work of Danielle Carrier off the bench tonight, the story of this contest for the Cardinals. 14 points for her. Emily Wendling has 10. And after that, only 3 other players have scored. A total of 9 points for Saginaw Valley. Grand Valley's had a little bit better balance, but the big surprise in this one for the Lakers, just 1 goal and only 5 points for Kayla Dawson, who's been far and away the Grand Valley's most consistent scorer this year. The Lakers have gotten some offense tonight from Taylor Parmley and Bailey Cairnduff, each with 8 points. 5 for Kayla Dawson, 6 for Taylor Lutz. But of course, Grand Valley still playing without Brianna Barnett, who could be back sometime soon. We're not sure exactly when that'll happen, but they tell us she remains optimistic. She's been out of action for a good while now, has played very little since the first of the year, and it's really hurt Grand Valley not having that extra body. And of course, the post player Corinne Hinska out for the remainder of the season after injuring her knee a couple of weeks ago. Both teams back out on the floor right now. Second half action still a couple of minutes away here tonight, the first of two. It's Saginaw Valley leading Grand Valley in the women's game 33-31. We'll take a break and come back with more from Allendale, Michigan after this.
You learn something every single day at Grand Valley State University about who you are and who you can become, about where you've been and where you're going, about your goals and how to accomplish them. At the end of the day, you know what you want from life. Find it within yourself. Find it within Grand Valley State University.
Grand Valley trailing Saginaw Valley at the intermission. It's 33-31 tonight on the Grand Valley Sports Network. The Lakers will go on the road, both teams, men and women, Saturday to play at Hillsdale. Then they return back here a week from tonight for the regular season finale against the Bulldogs from Ferris State. That'll be senior night. A good complement of players making what will likely be their final home appearance, not necessarily for the women, more likely I think for the men. But Grand Valley will honor the seniors Brianna Barnett, Jamie Botroff, and Jill Steinmetz here in that one. And we will have the web broadcast of that here on the Grand Valley Sports Network, so be sure to tune in next week, the 25th, at 6 p.m. for the first of two here between the longtime rivals Grand Valley and Ferris, and that should be a heck of a men's game. Those two have gone at it tooth and nail so many times in recent years, and the game coming up next week figures to be more of the same. Can Grand Valley find some answers here in the second half? Saginaw Valley certainly looking composed and confident now. As we take a look at some of the folks from Grand Valley in the crowd here tonight across the way. The Lakers will have the basketball to start our second half of action, and one thing that should help Grand Valley is the return to action of Piper Tucker, who went out early with 2 fouls. She's in there right now to do battle against, right now, Emily Wendling and maybe a little bit later Grace Whalen. Tucker's got to stay out of foul trouble, and Grand Valley's got to find a way to find somebody who can shut down Danielle Carrier, who's been a scourge from the deep line. 4 3-point baskets for Danielle and Saginaw Valley here in the first half, and that is a big mental mistake by Janae Langs, who just dropped it twice. Double dribble to call, and Grand Valley misses an opportunity to maybe pull into a tie or lead on its opening possession of the second half. Grand Valley coming out man-to-man here to start the half. That's a jump shot from the head of the key that's missed and raced, chased down by Lutz for Grand Valley. A shot taken there by Caitlin Carrier. Here's Dawson, who's been very quiet. Karen Duff for 3, and the Lakers are back on top. That's 11 now for Bailey Karen Duff. Tucker's got to be careful. A little turnaround there won't go, and it's Lutz again. Another rebound after the miss by Emily Wendling. Ball inside. Tucker, nice catch in traffic. Dawson Dawson into the lane. Ran right into the wall there and did well to get rid of that one. Karen Duff, Lutz, well, she had the three, didn't take it from right in front of her coach across the way. Tucker's trying to set up inside. Here's Lutz. That's a little bit casual there. Tucker was trying to clear some space, was running away from the ball when Lutz delivered. It sails out of bounds. So Saginaw Valley with a chance to recapture the lead here. There's Alex Green on the ball, and now Caitlin Carrier. Green again, looking inside for Wendling. Tucker wants to stay behind her that far from the basket. Ball inside, taken. A shot not made though, a miss from in tight by Anna Hall. Lutz with a big rebound. Or I should say Tucker with the rebound. Here's Langs, little jumper from 8, spins around. And Janae Langs gets her second bucket of the ball game. 4 points now for Janae. Lakers on top by 3. Here comes Saginaw Valley again. Great penetration and a driving score. Anna Hall on the sheet at last for Saginaw Valley. First bucket of the night. 1 point ball game now. Langs, Tucker, Dawson. Dawson now forced that shot a little bit. She had to compose herself, but got thrown off by the contact, and that's just a bad mistake by Grand Valley. Nobody checks the dribbler, and Anna Hall just takes it in from the halfway line to put Saginaw Valley on top. Not a typical Grand Valley defensive effort here tonight as Lang scores again. The two-sport athlete, Janae Langs, a softball player in the spring. She'll be switching sports here pretty quickly. That's just a nice two-man game right there, and Lutz had to foul against Emily Wendling. And really, we're seeing some stuff from Grand Valley tonight we don't normally see. Lax play at the defensive end. Just a pretty average pick and roll play there, and really nobody was anywhere near Wendling, and Lutz chased all the way in from the weak side. But Wendling goes to the stripe, and she makes the first free throw. Settings guard back in along with Danielle Carrier, which has been big trouble tonight for the Lakers when she's been on board. 39-38, Saginaw Valley back on top with Taylor Permley at the bench. Waiting to come in. But Langs just tried to pull that ball back. Made a terrible pass. It's a turnover, and it's a triple try on the way that Grand Valley will be able to pull out of there. And here's Kayla Dawson. Let's see if she can find the keys to the kingdom here. She's been very quiet offensively. Lutz for 3. Hit Lutz. It's Taylor Lutz with 9 now to give her team a 2-point margin. Boy, high pick and roll there, and Grand Valley just does not defend it at all, and they throw it over the top easily to Wendling now, who has 14. Grand Valley's got to get underneath that screen at the other end. Dawson steps back and pops one through. Dawson with 7. Lakers up 2 now. Grand Valley defends better this time, but they don't get out on the three-point shooter, and nailing that one down is Caitlin Carrier. 6 for her in the ball game, and Saginaw Valley back on top. There's Karen Duff. Lutz. Tucker going to turn from 15. Dawson chased that one down very nearly. Boy, what a great save back inside. A little bit fortunate for Saginaw Valley, but here come the Cardinals. Karen Duff defended pretty well, and a nice takeaway by Kayla Dawson. I don't think Dawson's giving this one up. She's looking to go. Steps inside, can't get the shot down. Settings guard. That's problematic right now for Wendling, but she finds a nice outlet. The three-point shot won't go. Nice pass back, and Grand Valley concedes another 3, and this time knocking it down again. Who else? Danielle Carrier was 17. Well, Grand Valley's a good three-point shooting team, and they are getting a taste of their own medicine here tonight. They have not been able to find the right balance between interior and three-point defense. Here's Dawson. Lutz from inside the arc had an easy look. Tucker touched that one out of bounds to Saginaw Valley. Grand Valley will get its two top subs in, Parmley and Baker, when we return, but it's Saginaw Valley on top right now by 4 on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
If you sign up for DirecTV's latest deal, prepare to be blindsided. Because they'll double your rate before you know it. And you'll find you're locked into a 2-year contract that could cost you over $3,000. That's why the smart choice is Xfinity. You can see all the best action in football all season long, with no surprises. Don't get blindsided by DirecTV. Call 1-800-XFINITY today.
Grand Valley trying to sort it out on the sideline after that last timeout, trailing by 4 right now. Grand Valley's got the two subs in, the two premier subs. Parmley, who's had a good offensive ball game, and Baker, who really hasn't gotten untracked yet. Dawson stays out there. Langs is in. They give Lutz a break, but they have a hard time functioning without her. What do we have here? It's going to be a common foul against Kayla Dawson, I believe. Common foul, second of the half here against Grand Valley. Triggering is Anna Hall, who's had a couple of buckets here in the second half. Ball way out on top. And they run down by Caitlin Carrier for Saginaw Valley. Oh, nice little play there by Dawson, who reached in. Got to get control of the basketball. Kayla with the left hand scores. Beautiful play by Kayla Dawson. Ball batted away and sideline out of bounds here for Saginaw Valley. Boy, that was a great piece of work by Dawson to get the handle on what appeared to be a slippery basketball, and then to finish that play off. Lakers down by 2. Caitlin Carrier to her sister. Karen Duff gets up off the bench for Grand Valley. That ball was touched by Dawson to Danielle Carrier into the corner. 3-point try won't go, and now the Lakers have a chance to tie or go ahead after that miss by Caitlin Carrier. Parmley thought about a 3. Langs. Tucker, best look she's had all night. She misfires, but Dawson stuck a hand in and got it back. Reset on the clock for Grand Valley. Piper Tucker is spending so much energy at the defensive end. It's just hard for her to have some offense. She's going to get a chance here for 3. And that was a little bit short. And that's just a sign of fatigue, I think, for Piper. She is the lone wolf on the front line, really, for Grand Valley, playing against a tag team of Whalen and Wendling. And right now it's Whalen who's back on, working against Parmley. Neiman, Danielle Carrier, you cannot let her stand out there and shoot, and yet Grand Valley keeps tempting fate. It's not working right now. 20 for Danielle Carrier off the bench. What a performance. Her team up by 5. Here's the lob to Tucker. Tucker finally going to get an easy bucket. Good look by Langs to throw it over the top. Grand Valley within 3. Both teams starting to heat up a little bit. That ball slapped back by Dawson. Saginaw Valley got it back. Here's Whalen. Whalen got the shot up. He was very lucky not to be called over the top, and now Danielle Carrier is called for that very offense. So Grand Valley with a chance again if they can get a 3, and they might with Karen Duff coming into the game. Tucker's going to go out. Now, it could have been a foul on Whalen the first time, but there was certainly a foul on Carrier the second time. As Grand Valley works it up the court here. Parmley had it, or I should say, Langs had it knocked away, and this is the problem Grand Valley has right now. Lutz is not in the game, and Barnett is not dressed, and that's a held ball that gives it right back to Saginaw Valley. Langs is doing the best she can, but she is not a natural point guard. She is more of a off-the-ball kind of player, moves well and shoots well when she gets it in her positions. But everybody's trying to improvise for Grand Valley because of the injuries. This is Wendling. Nice skip across, easy ball there for Anna Hall, who missed it and realized it right away and went and got the rebound. Grand Valley doing a little bit better here against Wendling, who goes with the left hand, and a nice job done by Kayla Dawson. Held her position, got the rebound. Dawson looking to go inside. Parmley. Parmley with the left hand. And Wendling was too big an obstacle. Hall. Green. Shot clock at 12 for Saginaw. It's just a bad foul there by Grand Valley's Taylor Parmley. Neiman was out of control with the shot clock running down and just forced the action, drew the foul. Langs tried to hand her off to Parmley. Parmley's got to jump out earlier and make herself a bigger presence. Neiman now with 5 points, first in the second half. Parmley goes out, and Tucker, who got a brief rest, is back in. Second one doesn't go. That's going to be Grand Valley basketball. Tipped away from Dawson by Wendling out of bounds, and Wendling's going to rest, and Whalen's going to come back in. Well, I like the way Jamie Puinski uses these players in the front court. Doesn't play them together a lot. They occupy the same kind of space and role, but they team up very nicely. Langs. Cairnduff for 3. Bailey Cairnduff. 14 now for Bailey. Grand Valley within a point. Cairnduff was hot early, cooled off since then. Grand Valley's got to close down the three-point shooters, particularly Carrier, and here's a tap away. Langs has got to get out of the traffic and finally spins and does. Lakers looking to move back on top. They got to go quickly here. Clock running down in the third quarter. Langs looking up now. She's going to have a hard time doing anything. Gets it off. The shot taken, blocked. Cairnduff threw it up with her left hand to no avail. And the third period ends with Grand Valley a little bit closer. They cut the margin by 1. 10 minutes to go. It's Saginaw Valley on top here on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
Many of our customers are repeat customers. Once they travel with Cardinal, they come back time and time again.
Our drivers are the best in the industry. We have so many positive comments about our drivers.
Cardinal Bus, 85 years of safe, reliable, worry-free transportation. Call us at 800-348-7487.
Refreshment calls, Coors Light answers. House Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer.
All right, the Lakers 10 minutes away from maybe moving into a first-place tie in the North Division, but Saginaw Valley has got the lead, even though it's a thin one right now. Grand Valley returns with Taylor Lutz, who's had a good rest on the bench, with Karen Duff, Dawson, Tucker, and the substitute Lindsey Baker on right now, replacing Langs. Here's Dawson, hard by Neiman in the corner. Saginaw zoning off the initial possession. Tucker, Lutz for three. It's a deep ball, not quite. And it's yanked out of there. Grand Valley hasn't done much offensively on the glass here tonight. That was an easy rebound for Caitlin Carrier, who comes to the front court. It's a good Saginaw Valley team. They've got a lot of interchangeable parts. And Carrier that time was stripped and lost the basketball. So Grand Valley will try again to take the lead here. Baker, Karen Duff, Tucker fell down, got rid of it though to Lutz, and Lutz charged right into the defender. Taylor Lutz has picked up her fourth foul. So Langs has to hustle back in. They would have liked to have given her a little more rest, but Taylor Lutz really didn't identify that situation too well. She was in tight and tried to get it up on the rim, but there was just no room at all. Down outside the arc, inside the paint. This is Wendling now. Wendling got it back. Tucker's right on her. Wendling missed a shot. Good work by Tucker. Grand Valley hoping the third time will be the charm as we start this period. There's Tucker against Wendling. Lindsey Baker for three. When she has got it going, she is as good as anybody from beyond the line. Grand Valley by 2 now. I think we're going to see Danielle Carrier back in the fray here shortly. She's up at the table now. This is Neiman looking to go on Baker. Baker is going to get called for the foul. She actually tied up the player. I don't think Mike Williams liked that much, but Lindsey Baker thought, I got it clean. Let's take a look here if we can tell. Well, there's the reach in right there, so that's a good foul right there. If you're a defender and you're body to body, you cannot reach with that inside arm. For Lindsey to make that play, she's got to reach across with her left arm and not have any part of her body banging on the offensive player, Hallie Neiman. So Neiman with 2 free throws. She goes out of the ball game, and that allows Carrier to come back in. Both Carriers are out there right now with Alex Green, Wendling, and the 5th player in the crew is Anna Hall. Here's Langs. Baker, Tucker, Karen Duff, Dawson, step back. Problem there for Grand Valley. There's just nobody on the glass. Grand Valley has not had a sniff on an offensive rebound for a long time. Grand Valley chasing after that defensive board and finally able to pry it away from Wendling. And here comes Dawson. Dawson's going to go for 3. On the way, and it's down. Nice recognition of the situation there by Kayla. The lead is 3 for the Lakers. Player who's got the pressure right now is Langs guarding Carrier. This is Wendling, left hands it up and in it. Margin 1 now for Saginaw Valley. Lakers 56, Saginaw Valley 55. Tucker, Baker, no hesitation. I mean to tell you, she rips it out of her hands in a hurry. Just needs a little bit of air there. That shot is blocked by the Lakers. Piper Tucker got a hand on it. Langs has got to be judicious now with the basketball. Got away with a carry. The ball came up on her. Karen Duff tipped it outside, and Saginaw's on the run. That's a nice ball ahead and a nice finish there by Caitlin Carrier, and a quick timeout by Jamie Pawinski. Grand Valley really never got into its set, and that's a problem the Lakers have right now with the people available to them. Talked about it before. Barnett, the natural point guard on this team, has not played for a long time, and Lutz has 4 fouls. So Langs has really got to make good decisions in a role where she doesn't have that much experience. But Grand Valley's still playing on a lead of 2 right now at 59-57. Men's game tonight at approximately 8 o'clock. These two teams will line up and go. Saginaw Valley enjoying a fine year in men's basketball as well. Top overall record in the conference at 21-4, and the best league record at 17-2 for the 4th-year head coach Randy Baruth. Grand Valley comes in tonight on the men's side 10-9, tied for 6th place. But there are 4 teams right now basically going for the last 3 spots, and I think it'd be fair to say that Grand Valley has the toughest schedule remaining, playing its last 3 games against teams they have lost to already once this year. The hopeful part of it for the Grand Valley men is that they are playing 2 of the 3 at home against Saginaw Valley and Ferris State. And if they win 2 out of 3, that should be enough to get them into the postseason. But they're not going to be able to limp in for sure. Grand Valley with the basketball after that made basket. Tucker, Langs, Baker, Karen Duff, Dawson, the 5 out there for Grand Valley. Here's Karen Duff. She's got to step up into the fray here and get something going offensively, help out. Tucker, Dawson thought about it. Dawson steps back behind the line. Ferris plays this zone very well. Good court coverage, clock running down. Baker's going to have to go in a hurry. Threw it into Tucker, lost the ball. Grand Valley gets a break here with the tie-up. Well, actually, the arrow pointing in the other direction. So it's a turnover any way you want to look at it. And now Saginaw Valley with a chance to tie or take the lead as we take a look at Alex Green as she walks it up the court. Neiman out there. Pawinski has used her bench very nicely here this evening. Lob inside. Grand Valley gets the double team. Tucker denies the shot and pulls down the rebound. Karen Duff. Dawson. Free throw line jumper for Kayla Dawson. 14 after a quiet first half for Kayla. Lakers up 4. Tucker's presence has been most helpful for Grand Valley here in the second half defensively. This is Danielle Carrier guarded by Dawson. Boy, just an easy 2-man game, but they missed the shot. Kayla Dawson has the rebound after a picture-perfect pick and roll. Nice pass in tight quarters, and Saginaw Valley just couldn't convert. Tucker, Dawson, Karen Duff for 3. Grand Valley could have used that one as we tick down to 5 minutes left in this one. Neiman. Dawson cut her off nicely. Got her left leg all the way down the baseline. Green. Carrier forced this one a little bit, and it's going to be run down by Janae Langs. Grand Valley got a good step out on Carrier. And that was the first time she took a shot that really wasn't in her comfort zone. This is going to be a foul against Wendling against Piper Tucker as Parmley gets set to check back in, and that'll get us to a timeout, I believe, with 4:36 remaining. Grand Valley up by 4 here in the 4th quarter on the Grand Valley Sports Network.
You learn something every single day at Grand Valley State University about who you are and who you can become, about where you've been and where you're going, about your goals and how to accomplish them. At the end of the day, you know what you want from life. Find it within yourself. Find it within Grand Valley State University.
I was only 18 when I was diagnosed with cancer. I went from being an active, healthy teenager to becoming very sick very quickly. But thanks to the collaboration between researchers and my oncologist, I survived, and I'm now in remission.
We were curious, could a checking account help fight cancer? We'll give $150 to Stand Up to Cancer and $150 to you when you open a new checking account with direct deposit and make 3 online bill payments at Fifth Third Bank, the Curious Bank.
Well, we had some wide open basketball in the first half. Grand Valley led by 12 at the end of the first quarter, actually by 10, I should say. And then Saginaw Valley outscored Grand Valley by 12 in the second period. But the third quarter, that was cheek-to-cheek dancing there. Two teams that really went at it closely. And in the fourth quarter here, Grand Valley has gotten a nose in front as the Lakers will inbound here with 4:36 remaining. Piper Tucker had an opening, decided against it. Here's Karen Duff, Tucker, Parmley. Parmley steps through a double team, forced it up and in. And a steal by Dawson, and a bucket and a foul. Oh, a sweet little play and a tricky one by Kayla Dawson. Saginaw Valley fell asleep on the inbounds play. Dawson picked their pocket, hit the bucket, and drew the foul. Well, you can do that once in a great long while, and Kayla Dawson appears to have pulled the perfect time. After the surprising bucket by Parmley, look at this. Carrier just turns and throws, and Kayla Dawson jumped in. Carrier bumped her a little bit, and she was a little ways from the basket. Piper Tucker got to be careful there not to pick up a foul. She's the only big defender really Grand Valley has left. Dawson cannot complete the three-point play. Carrier with Dawson. That's two great offensive players going at it at the other end. Three-point shot goes Caitlin Carrier. Boy, the sisters from Canada have made it tough for the Lakers here in this one. 5-point ball game. Grand Valley was up 8, maybe with a chance to go up 9 instead. Now it's been cut to 5. Langs. Karen Duff nearly threw it away. That was intended for Dawson. There's a lob over the top, ill-advised there. No way that ball's going to make it through. And with Taylor Lutz at the bench, Grand Valley turns it over. 3.5 to go. This one's certainly up for grabs. Both teams can hit the long ball. Saginaw Valley has not been afraid to take it under duress either. And here is their premier outside threat. Uh-oh. You know it's your night when you shoot from the wing, miss it by 2 feet, and it goes in anyway for 3. Danielle Carrier, a 2-point ball game. Boy, that's just not a good decision, bouncing the ball into traffic like that. Grand Valley's going to get a break, but Mike Williams cannot get Taylor Lutz into this game quickly enough. The Lakers have to have better spacing and better control of the basketball at the offensive end. Lutz will trigger from underneath the basket. Shot clock at 20. Game clock a tick over 3. Saginaw Valley was down a minute ago, 7. They've cut it to 2. Tucker, Cairnduff for 3. Stepped into it and knocked it right down. Bailey Cairnduff with 17. 5-point Laker lead. Lakers with a good double team here. Can they get a turnover? That's a nice bit of work by Caitlin Carrier, who stayed composed. That ball through the hands of sister Danielle. Grand Valley tries to double again. Instead, it's Wendling. Got rid of Cairnduff and scored with the left hand. Boy, Grand Valley has gone for that head and shoulders fake on Wendling, of all people. They're never going to block one of her shots, but they've tried a couple of times. 3-point ball game now. Lutz ticking down toward 2:15. Cairnduff. This is Parmley. Parmley got rid of all the defenders. Dawson behind the line on the step back. That's not going to happen. Here comes Saginaw Valley. Grand Valley's got to get numbers back. Lutz trailing all the way. Shot blocked out of bounds by Piper Tucker. Last line of defense saved Grand Valley. With exactly 2 minutes to go in this one. 3-point ball game. Anna Hall. Grand Valley tried to get Langs in. She didn't get to the table in time. Caitlin Carrier. Neiman thought about it, thought better of it, forced the shot, no. Rebounded by Cairnduff and Wendling. That's going to be a held ball to Saginaw Valley. Wendling being very aggressive. She might have gotten away with one there. Kind of crashed in, going after that offensive rebound. Did she get over the top on Parmley? Referees didn't think so. Brad Dystermars hands it to Anna Hall. Wendling setting up inside. Tucker's got to do what she can, and he can't do much to that. Anna Wendling makes it a 1-point ball game. She's got, or Emily Wendling, I should say, with 20 now in the contest. Here is Langs. They want to make her do something with the ball. Here's Dawson from the free throw line. Can't find it. And now Saginaw Valley can take the lead. Grand Valley doesn't have numbers back here. Here's Hall into the lane. Nearly traveled. Three-point shot on the way. Rebounded by Cairnduff. 70 seconds to go in a 1-point ball game. The most exciting contest we've had here this year at Grand Valley. Tucker, Lutz. Wonder if Mike Williams might slow it down, get a timeout, and call a play. Grand Valley got in trouble. Cairnduff is going to go for three. That was contested. And now Saginaw Valley has to decide how to play this one. Will they go quickly and try to get 2 for 1? Jamie Pawinski is going to take a timeout with 45 seconds left. 23 on the shot clock. So if Saginaw Valley doesn't shoot right away, Grand Valley will probably get the final possession or a chance at it at the end of this game. However, if you're Saginaw Valley, you might decide, let's go quickly and guarantee that we're going to see the ball at least one more time. You really can't be sure how this is going to shake out here if you're Grand Valley. If you're looking at Saginaw Valley, you'd think they're going to try to get one good one, but if I'm Jamie Pawinski, I might take a chance at going quickly here and hoping that even if you do miss, you can play defense against Grand Valley and then get the ball back for the final possession of regulation time. It's 68-67. Lakers were on top at 1 point by 7 here in the closing minutes, but Kayla Dawson missed a free throw, and then 5 straight for Saginaw Valley, tightened it up again, and now 1 point separates these two teams. It's going to be Caitlin Carrier out there with her sister. Wendling's on right now, Neiman, and also Hall. So here is Caitlin Carrier, Neiman. They're looking to go inside. Why not? Forced by Wendling, and she gets it. Saginaw Valley does it just perfectly. They go early, they get the bucket, and now they're in a position to have the ball for the last shot of the contest, regardless of what happens here at the other end. Now, if you're Mike Williams, are you going to trust in your belief that your team can shoot the three-point shot? Because if you do get a three and you knock it down, well, you're probably going to get to overtime at least. Great strategy, though, by Saginaw Valley to go quickly with the best inside player out there for either side. There wasn't much that Piper Tucker could do to defend against Emily Wendling. It's Carrier with 23, Wendling with 21, Caitlin Carrier with 11 in this contest. For Grand Valley, better balance. Cairnduff with 17, Dawson 16, 10 for Parmley, 9 for Baker, 9 for Lutz. So Grand Valley can come at you a lot of different ways this possession. Now does Grand Valley try to go quickly here? Right to the basket. Try to free somebody and go quickly. I don't think so. Grand Valley doesn't have that kind of personnel on the floor right now. Lutz, Dawson, Tucker, and they're going to call a kick. Interesting now, what do we have here? No reset on the shot clock. So Parmley's going to come in. Lang's less of an offensive threat. 28 left in the game. Lutz has got to make a good delivery and does. Dawson. Tucker for three. Way short. Now Saginaw Valley has got this one in its hands, and a quick foul by Tucker. on Neiman with 18 seconds remaining. Boy, it's going to be a heartbreaker for somebody, and it looks as though like Grand Valley might be on the short end of it here tonight now after that last miss. Well, Grand Valley stayed true to its code. They shot the three there. Tucker had a look at it. That was a common foul. Grand Valley's problem now is they are nowhere near the bonus. They're going to have to foul immediately. And they do. And that's not going to help because that's only the fourth team foul against Grand Valley this half. And the clock continues to tick down. Grand Valley's got a matchup right away. No, they don't want to do that, I don't think. Grand Valley's thinking about holding on and committing a foul before, but that would be an intentional. And that's going to be a foul against Cairnduff. Or is it Langs? It's Langs who fouled Anna Hall. Fifth foul, so that means now we have got Anna Hall going to the free throw line. He's going to get 2 shots here. Well done by Anna Hall. You'd expect that one of your backcourt players could step up and knock some free throws down, and she's done it. The freshman from Stowe, Ohio, with 5. And she's put her team in an unassailable position unless Grand Valley does something really spectacular. The Lakers, well, I'm not so sure they're going to shoot a 3 right here. Down by 3 with 16 seconds remaining. I think in this situation you might be advised to try to get it up on the rim, score the bucket, stop the clock, and then take your chances with another foul at the other end. Boy, really a great fight back though by Saginaw Valley after that little episode where Parmley scored. Dawson stole the inbounds pass, scored herself, but missed the free throw. Grand Valley could have been up 8. And then immediately Saginaw Valley came back with 5 quick points and righted the ship. So the Lakers down 3 here with 16.3 seconds to go. Men's game obviously pushed back a little bit, the start of that one. Looks like we'll go at about 8:05 for the start of the second contest here tonight. But still some stories to be written here. As we take a look at the Saginaw Valley team, just off the court, getting their act together a little bit as they prepare to take the court for the warm-up for the men's game. Grand Valley's got Cairnduff, the inbounder. Keep an eye on her. A lot of teams will try to get it back to the player who threw it inbounds. That's Lutz, fouled right away. So now Grand Valley has the tables turned. That's perfect strategy, 3rd foul. They've got another one to give here. And I'm sure they'll take it immediately. That's why Grand Valley has to make a move to the basket. And they can't play around with it because as soon as they start to go, they're going to foul. That was Baker who was contested on the jump shot. And this one's going to end badly for the Lakers. We're going to get 2 free throws now after the foul by Lutz, I believe, who's fouled out of the contest. Now the mistake, if you want to call it that for Grand Valley, in the second inbounds play, they had to go right to the basket to force Saginaw to foul. But instead, Lutz kind of circled a little bit, and Grand Valley did not get the shot it wanted. So now it will be Caitlin Carrier to shoot 2 here, one of which would, for all intents and purposes, salt this one away. And there's the one that Saginaw Valley needed. 72-68. Just about no way back now for the Lakers. Very nicely done by Carrier. Timeout taken, I think, by Saginaw there. Down 5 is Grand Valley here with just 8 seconds to go. So if Saginaw Valley can finish this one off, they will go to 18-7 overall, 15-5 in the GLIAC. They will retain at least a share of first place in the North Division. Grand Valley will drop to 13-7 and 18-8 overall with 2 games to be played. One against Hillsdale and another against Ferris. Games that I would think Grand Valley would probably be favored in both. And Mike Williams' team still with a chance to get to 20 wins in the season. But this is going to be another tough defeat to take. Karen Duff was fouled shooting a 3. Not a good idea there. I think they're trying to foul her as soon as she caught it, and then just kind of missed the message there from Jamie Prowinski. So if Karen Duff can hit 3 here, Grand Valley will have a chance to foul again quickly, and Bailey Karen Duff's got to knock these down. Well, at least 2 of them. Maybe if she missed the 3rd, Grand Valley would have a chance for an offensive rebound and maybe a 3-point shot. And so far, so good. 19 for Bailey. And the hat trick. Grand Valley gets Kiara Wired into the game, probably to take a foul. And Jamie Prowinski, I think, is going to take a timeout now with 6.7 seconds remaining. Well, you've got all sorts of little scenarios here. Saginaw Valley may think they could throw it over the top. That's dangerous. If you miss it, it comes back down to the other end. Grand Valley, I think, will probably just get a textbook foul here that will send Saginaw Valley to the line to shoot 2. And in that case, if Saginaw Valley makes them both, then the game's probably over. But it was a notable mistake by the Cardinals there to foul Karen Duff, who really didn't have any kind of look at all from beyond the line. So essentially they conceded 3 points there when they didn't really have to. One thing about college basketball this year, one of the new rules is you can advance the ball like the NBA does to the half-court line. So Saginaw Valley doesn't have to worry about getting trapped in the backcourt, but that wasn't really a factor anyway. They'll get the ball at the hash mark there, right in front of their own bench. It'll be Caitlin Carrier to throw in. Langs comes back into the contest. Grand Valley just has to foul, and they want to try to keep it away from a good free thrower. Now, hang on here, what happened? J.R. Schoon stopped the play. He's got to check the ball again now. Well, they commit a foul against Caitlin Carrier. It wasn't really a hard foul. She sort of sold it a little bit. And she'll go to the line to shoot 2, and Lindsay Baker will come back on for Wired, I'm sure. Although Wired can shoot the long ball, she's not likely to shoot a 3 in this situation if Grand Valley gets it back. 5.9 seconds remaining. Beautiful free throw shooting, 5 out of 5 for the Cardinals in the final minute. And Caitlin Carrier has combined with her sister for 37 so far here tonight. One more will just about do it. And that is the one more. Lang's going to try to hustle it into the front court. She's just got to get it up, hit the rim, and the game ends. So Saginaw Valley really showing why it's a championship caliber team with a win here tonight, 75-71, coming back from a 10-point first quarter deficit to hold off the Lakers in regulation and to earn its 2nd win of the year against Grand Valley. Men's game to come in about 25 here on the Grand Valley Sports Network. We'll step out right now and tell you Saginaw Valley wins the women's contest. It's the Cardinals 75, the Lakers 71.
You didn't used to hear much in a library. Well, this is no typical library. The Mary Ida Pugh Library Learning and Information Commons on the Allendale campus has been receiving praise and acclaim from the moment it opened its doors in 2013. The design came after watching and listening to students, but it also came with Grand Valley's high standards of design and environmental responsibility. The library just earned the highest level of LEED certification by the U.S. Green Building Council. It was awarded platinum status. This library has energy management features that include underfloor air distribution, super efficient exterior walls, a heat recovery system, and a rainwater-fed irrigation system. These save the environment and operating costs. When the university saves money, it can better manage tuition and other costs to students. Now that should give students in this library something to talk about. For Around Grand Valley, I'm Mary Eileen Lyon.